As temperatures rise globally, so too will our demand for air conditioning. By 2050, it's predicted that 10% of global greenhouse gas emissions will come from heating and cooling efforts. Nationally, 68% of homes have air conditioning. The more energy a unit uses, the more emissions it produces. Daikin is a leading global manufacturer, and as much as they deliver comfort solutions, they also understand they have a role to play in the challenge of achieving net zero emissions targets. So today, I'm here to learn how one global leader in air conditioning has achieved a 6-star Green Star building complete with air conditioning. Emma, what exactly is a 6-star Green Star energy rating?
Yes, so Green Star is an environmental rating tool. It's administered by the Green Building Council of Australia. And Green Star is essentially a framework to give landlords to deliver an environmentally sustainable facility.
So tell me, if you wanted to design a building like this, where do we even start?
Yeah, there's a lot to consider when you're designing an industrial warehouse like this one, from the materials that you put into the warehouse to the occupant who's going to occupy it. And nobody can do it on their own. So it's really important to demonstrate to industry that this can be achieved. So this example is by collaborating really closely with a customer like Daikin. It means that the space is being occupied and operated more efficiently, and therefore we're achieving a higher number of points. I think it's fair to say the industrial and logistics sector has been a bit of a laggard when it comes to environmental sustainability for a long time. So to achieve a 6-star outcome really is a fantastic achievement. There's only a handful of ratings in the industrial sector who have achieved a similar outcome. So it's really important to demonstrate to industry that this can be achieved.
This really shows what is possible.
We've centrally brought all of our departments together into one location. So this is a hub for distribution, for finished goods, for spare parts and also accessories. We also have a state-of-the-art training academy. We have a trade centre on site. And of course, it's the head office for sales and service for all of Queensland.
So there's a lot going on here. Michael, this place is huge.
Yes, indeed it is. It's 13,600 odd square metres. We have our inbound receiving area just over here. The flow is the outbound, comes in from over this side. So behind us we have 8 on-grade docks with the dock office in the middle, looking across both areas.
The building includes solar panels that can generate up to 320 kilowatts of power to supplement the energy needs on the site, including the temperature control system, LED lighting, and electric forklifts. This means they only need to draw energy from the grid when weather conditions limit solar generation.
So this is one of our electric forklifts. This is what we call the high reach forklift. This gets us all the way to the very top of our racking to pick product.
Wow, you'd never know this was an electric forklift. It looks like any other forklift, but it's plugged into the wall.
Absolutely, yes.
Simon, I've heard you've got something called a VRV system here. What is that?
VRV is a variable refrigerant volume system, and what it allows us to do is put multiple fan coils or indoor units off the one outdoor machine, and it will vary its energy consumption and how much refrigerant it sends to each of those machines based on the load.
And why is it important? Why do you even have that here?
So we've doubled the minimum amount of outside air that we need to bring into the building, and this gives us better occupant comfort, better productivity. People can feel sleepy if the CO2 levels are down. By doubling that amount, though, it does come at a penalty from energy because we're having to, on a 35-degree day, cool that air down to a comfortable temperature. So we've used our HRV technology to use the exhaust to temper that outside air so that we're using less energy to bring it to a comfortable level. We have a very energy efficient system which allows us to meet our company's targets. So it was very important to us when we made this building to be able to use it as a showcase to say, look what you can achieve.
Why is sustainability so important at this site?
So from a Daikin perspective, we're looking to achieve a net zero target by 2050. That's been the most significant contribution to help us achieve the 6-star Green Star rating on this site.
AREMA is the Air Conditioning and Refrigeration Equipment Manufacturers Association of Australia, and they play a really important role to help reduce the environmental footprint of our air conditioning and refrigeration units. Catherine, you work closely with the industry body AREMA. what does that entail?
We do, Laura. AREMA, as you said, is an industry body, and their job is to sit between industry and the government. And so we collaborate closely with them to influence government on its regulation setting and standard settings around the types of equipment that we manufacture.
So Daikin is working closely with AREMA to really try and achieve net zero.
We are. We work with them every day to help the industry reach the target of net zero by 2050.
Goodman has really aspirational environmental sustainable design targets, and in designing a building like this, a base case is to always target 5 stars. What was really exciting about this project was collaborating closely with a customer to achieve a better outcome.